Hello and welcome to another episode of Moonshot Nutrition. My name is Addison, and today I want to talk to you about why I don't take a multivitamin. Now bear in mind, I know multivitamins are everywhere. You can always take them. Everybody's got a million different formulas for multivitamins. Everybody throws a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the problem with multivitamins is that it adds things you don't need. It often gives you things you do need in way too small a quantity, and because they decided to try to throw the nutritional equivalent of the kitchen sink at you, but try to squeeze it in into anywhere from 1 to 3 tablets, what you really end up with is something that has very little nutritional value for most people that take it. That being said, one of the rules I always follow is if you notice a discernible difference when you take your multivitamin, then by all means, keep taking it. It's not hurting you. And if you are pregnant, please take your prenatal. That particular multivitamin has a much better research on how well it works than do regular multivitamins. Okay, they actually worked hard on that one. But fun fact, or maybe not fact, but a really helpful tip: if you're going to take a prenatal, please make certain you take one with real folate, not folic acid. Please trust me on that one. Look into my video about the MTHFR gene, you'll see what I'm talking about. Take the one with real folate. Anyway, back to why I don't take a multivitamin. When you look at what's in a multivitamin, you'll see a lot of what I call strange things in small doses. For instance, molybdenum. That's right, everybody's favorite word they didn't care about and maybe have never heard. Molybdenum is an element. It is an essential nutrient, they're right. But what they didn't bother to ask is, does anybody that's actually able to eat solid food, have we ever seen a molybdenum deficiency ever? The answer is no. In fact, the only reason we even know what a molybdenum deficiency is in the hospital setting when there have been cases where people were on something called TPN, total parenteral nutrition, which basically means they have their nutrition injected into their bodies via a feeding tube that even bypasses their stomach, if memory serves. They've actually seen what happens when they didn't add molybdenum to that formula. Okay, and I will admit, you don't want a molybdenum deficiency. But there's also zero evidence to suggest that even on the crappiest diet, you will ever get one. And while I know we call it a trace mineral, it's not because there's so small amount of it you need to supplement. It just means there's not a ton of it, but it also is kind of in everything. We can go on and on. The desperate need for manganese in our multivitamins. Or even my favorite one to pick on, calcium and iron. If you actually need a real dose of calcium, don't worry, you're not going to get it from your multivitamin. And Americans who have the highest rate of osteoporosis and osteopenia in the Western world also have the highest amount of calcium in their diet. Begs the question, why are we adding more calcium in when there's clearly something besides a calcium deficiency causing these bone problems? So why on earth are we putting calcium in our multivitamin? Furthermore, when you add calcium to a multivitamin or calcium to anything, calcium has a funny way of blocking iron absorption, as do several other minerals, as well as tea and a bunch of... So literally, you look at how those multivitamins are set up, and what you quickly realize is that they're really set up so that they can claim they have all of these ingredients in there. They're not any kind of doses that matter. Right? Your daily recommended allowance for things like potassium is like 3 to 5 grams, depending on who you listen to. You don't even get 100 milligrams in most multivitamins. Why on earth are we putting it in there? Who cares? It's not enough to do anything. Right? You'll have to do something like actually eat an avocado to noticeably change your potassium intake to make an actual change to your biology. You get what I'm saying here? Okay? There are things in multivitamins that are clearly there as marketing tools. They have nothing to do with your biology. nothing to do with your true health. And interestingly enough, even the best companies out there, the ones that have the all-natural, super-duper plant-based, perfect vitamins, and the cheap guys out there, the ones that do all isolate, bunch of preservatives and fillers, they all design their multivitamins with this same just sort of rainbow myriad approach to nonsense, just so that they can have a larger ingredient label. This sucks. That's why most people don't notice much when they change their multivitamins. That's why most people don't notice much if they do or don't take one. They can't feel a difference. It's because multivitamins were never designed to make you feel a difference. They were designed to look important to your health without actually being important to your health. I promise you I wish it was different. Well, that's all I have for you today. My name's Addison. This is Moonshot Nutrition. Thank you for watching. Please spread the good word to others and make the world a better place. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.